What would you do if a homeless person appeared at your wedding and then, with a microphone in hand, revealed a secret that would change your life forever? Today we will tell you an exciting and touching story. A homeless man named Giovanni, who has lost his memory, arrives at a wedding and discovers an extraordinary bond with the bride. Stay with us until the end, because this story will not only move you, but will make you think deeply about life, loss, and hope. Plus, we'll reveal a final twist you won't want to miss. But before starting this incredible story, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss other exciting stories like this. When Giovanni, a homeless man, showed up at the wedding, everyone was shocked. But when he took the microphone, his voice left everyone speechless. Giovanni was a man in his 40s, who only remembered waking up in a hospital about 5 years earlier. He didn't know his real name, so the hospital staff started calling him Giovanni. Giovanni had been found almost dead on the side of a road. It was clear that he had been thrown out of a car that had ended its journey in a terrible accident. All the other occupants of the car were dead. Having no documents on him, Giovanni was released from the hospital with nowhere to go, no identity, no memory. On the first day of freedom, Giovanni found himself at the bus station, not knowing where to go. When the last bus arrived, he got on and let himself be carried to the last stop. There he met Ricardo, another homeless man, who invited him to a homeless community not far from the station. Ricardo taught Giovanni how to survive on the streets. Giovanni, despite living a difficult life, constantly felt the need to know his past. The only memory that brought him comfort was a song he sang every night at the shelter. His voice was so beautiful that he was soon nicknamed Giovanni the Singer. However, he always sang the same song, the only one he remembered, and his friends began to get tired of hearing it. One day, while looking for food, Giovanni and Ricardo came across a place where loud music was playing. Giovanni stopped to listen and began to sing along with the music. Suddenly, he remembered other songs from his past. He returned to that venue every day, learning new songs and entertaining his friends at the shelter. A friend suggested that Giovanni start singing for money. So, Giovanni began performing on the street, earning a few euros for each song request. Over time, he became quite famous. He saved enough to buy a guitar and continued singing, bringing his earnings to the shelter to share with his friends. Meanwhile, on the other side of the country, a couple, Leonardo and Maria, were planning their perfect wedding. They had saved for years to organize a fairy tale ceremony. However, a few days before the wedding, the band they had hired informed them that they would not be able to arrive in time due to a problem with the flight. Maria was devastated, but her friends suggested using a playlist of songs. The night before the wedding, Leonardo and his friends went out to celebrate. They heard a homeless man singing on the street and were fascinated by his voice. Leonardo approached him and asked him to sing a song for the wedding. Giovanni accepted. And what would you do if you were in Maria's place? How would you react to a surprise like that? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting stories. On the day of the wedding, the witnesses went to get Giovanni. They gave him a new suit, but his unkempt beard and long hair still made him look a little shabby. When he came on stage with the guitar, the guests were surprised by his presence. But as soon as he started singing, his voice enchanted everyone. Maria, surprised and moved, asked Leonardo who that singer was, but he didn't answer, only saying that he enjoyed the surprise. After the first song, the guests asked Giovanni to sing again. Giovanni began to sing the song he remembered from his past, the same one he sang every night at the shelter. Suddenly, Maria stopped dancing and stared at Giovanni. The song had been composed by her late father, with whom she had sung it many times as a child. With a mixture of disbelief and hope, he approached the stage and whispered, "Dad." Before finding out how this story ends, like this video and subscribe to the channel by activating the notification bell so you don't miss more moving content like this. Giovanni had never had anything stable in his life since he lost his memory. Every day was a challenge, looking for food, finding a safe place to sleep, avoiding problems with other people on the street. But there was something that pushed him not to give up, to continue looking for answers about his past. Ricardo, his most trusted friend, was always there to support him. The two had formed a special, almost brotherly bond. Ricardo, who had been on the streets for much longer, knew all the tricks to survive and willingly shared them with Giovanni. It was Ricardo who suggested he sing to earn some money, seeing in him a natural talent that could make the difference. Giovanni began performing in various corners of the city, with a simple writing on a cardboard, "Request a song for €1." People were attracted to his powerful voice and the emotions he could convey. Despite the difficulties, Giovanni found joy in singing and seeing the smiling faces of the people listening. One day, during one of his performances, Giovanni was approached by an elegant man who asked him if he was willing to sing at a private event. Giovanni accepted enthusiastically, hoping that it could be an opportunity to earn more and perhaps get noticed. He didn't know that that private event would be Leonardo and Maria's wedding. The wedding was organized in a splendid villa, with luxurious decorations and a crowd of well-dressed guests. Giovanni felt out of place, but Leonardo's witnesses welcomed him warmly and provided him with suitable clothes for the occasion. When the moment of his performance arrived, Giovanni felt a strange agitation. But as soon as he started singing, all his fears vanished. Giovanni's voice filled the air, leaving everyone breathless. Maria, who was dancing with Leonardo, suddenly stopped moving. That voice, that song, seemed incredibly familiar to her. When Giovanni began to sing the song composed by his late father, Maria could not hold back her tears. She approached the stage, in disbelief, and asked the singer, "Dad?" Giovanni, hearing that word, was overwhelmed by memories. Flashbacks of his past life began to resurface. He saw his wife's face, his daughter's smile, the happy moments spent together. Maria ran to hug him, followed by her mother and brother. It was a moment of pure emotion, which left all the guests in tears. After the wedding, Giovanni, who now remembered that he was Giacomo, was welcomed by his family with love and joy. His memory slowly returned, but with the help of his loved ones, he was able to rebuild his life. He continued to visit the homeless shelter, bringing gifts and food to his friends who had helped him through his toughest times. He never forgot who had supported him. Giacomo continued to perform, becoming a recognized and loved singer. He attended several events and created new memories with his daughter and her finally reunited family. Her story became a symbol of hope and resilience, proving that even in the darkest moments, there is always the possibility of a new beginning. If this story touched your heart, we invite you to watch our next video, where we explore more stories of hope and transformation. Thanks for following us, see you next time.